Hi, welcome to Startup Show San Diego, a TV show about startup companies. I'm your host, Tony Boucher, and we're here during Startup Week, and we are at our HQ, Wework Co-Work. And today, we have co-founder of Promodrone,
Yes.
Jamar Williams. Jamar.
Yes. Tony, thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on here today, man.
It's awesome.
So, why drones? How'd you get into the business?
Dude, interesting. I almost ask myself that, kind of a couple times a day, but my background is not in drones or aviation, actually. My background's in music. I'm a creative, kind of by heart, but I was also a banker for many years. So I learned a lot about growing a business and customer service and things from the banking side, but needless to say, when I was a kid, I didn't wake up wanting to be a banker for the rest of my life.
Yeah, so you never played with drones as a kid?
Never played with drones. Lots of Transformers, though.
Yep.
But I did play video games a lot, so I always had an aptitude to connect things into anything with controllers and stuff like that. I always loved those things. But when I moved to San Diego from Baltimore about 7 years ago, my mission was music. I had an ambition to release a CD, go on tour, and do all these crazy things. And I've done some of those things, and did some pretty cool stuff. But as a musician, you have to market yourself. And one of the biggest tools that people use is music videos. Like, everybody needs a music video. So I did my first music video and realized, man, we've got something cool. People were actually clicking. That's what that whole YouTube count thing's all about. We had a product that I thought people would be interested in, and then they were. But this was prior to any drones. This was just regular old video production. And my old business partner came to me one day and was like, dude, you want to build a drone? And I was like, a what? And he's like, a drone. So he shows me this video of these flying robot looking things, and it had a little GoPro camera on it. And he's like, dude, we can shoot all this stuff now, but from the sky. And this is 4.5, almost 5 years ago. So I'm like, let's build a drone.
Wow.
So a couple $1,000s later, and about a year of checking the mailbox every day for parts from China, we finally got our first drone assembled, soldering and calibrating rotors, and we flew our first drone. And we realized how much attention you could get from having a drone, and there was something to that, and we knew there was some magic to be had in that attention that could be found from that drone.
Man, so now that you're creating this magic, what kind of impact are you looking to make here in San Diego and in the startup world?
Well, the beauty of it is we live in San Diego. It's one of the finest cities you can possibly be fortunate enough to live in, and in addition to do business in. The thing I love most about the community in San Diego is they are super inviting. They tend to embrace you, especially if you have value innovation and diversity. So with our product, carrying banners with drones especially, we're doing advertising in a way that's never been done. So when you have the ability to do something that's never been done, be innovative, the hometown gets to be involved in that. San Diego gets to share in that, and they're a big influence in us being able to do it. You have some of the most picturesque skies and landscapes around, tons of space to fly and to practice and travel these things out. And then the business community is so supportive. So in terms of client potential, there's so many opportunities here on that side. And what we love most is, with the drones, because we're doing it in a safe manner, we're doing something innovative and cool, it brings attention to an industry that needs a positive reinforcement. So San Diego being able to be kind of the kickoff spot for drone innovation and technology, safety and responsibility, I think that's just a win-win for everybody involved. So.
I know nowadays with drones there is a lot of concern about safety and regulation. So how have you addressed those concerns?
Yeah, absolutely. We're 107 qualified drone operator through the FAA. We've taken the test. We've got the certifications and license. So we know the rules, the do's and the don'ts. So the first step is to get qualified and educated. And what's happening is, as the landscape changes, as the economic impact is becoming clearer as to the advantages that drones are offering, the rule makers are being more flexible. They're becoming a little more open-minded. So now the FAA are working with local businesses, local communities to understand what challenges are they facing. How can we have drones in the sky and serve the community, but also keep the community safe at the same time? So we're advocates of that. We're not just here to make money off drones. We're here to empower drone operators to do something that can help empower the communities. Deliveries are coming soon, real estate's being sold by drones, so there's a lot of potential applications for commerce, but we have to make sure that that's being done safely at the same time. So we advocate that all day long.
And that's great that you're doing it safely and securely. And what would you say for a business owner or even a startup company here in San Diego, what's the biggest benefit to using drones?
Engagement. people love drones. They love to see them. They're still these mythical creatures that they hear about them. They hear news articles. They read things about them, but you don't see them everywhere yet. There's still a barrier to entry to do it on a commercial level, which is good. So I think for a business owner to use a drone, you can bring a lot of attention to your message, whether your message is, hey, come check out our new restaurant or our physical location, or let's take our message out to the consumer. We have the ability to capture content as well as to broadcast content. So we're flying messages at hotspot locations for restaurants to advertise, hey, come check us out. And once you're there, you can have that full-on experience. The beauty of what we offer, though, is the excitability that it goes along with the engagement, the impressions that come along with it. We live in a very social media heavy environment. So when we're flying drones, any advertisement or message that's associated with that drone, what's the first thing people do? They pull out their cell phones and then they take a picture or they start video recording. So if I'm advertising San Diego Startup Week, anybody that can see the drone, that's the first level of impressions. And then once they take a picture and post it to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, now your market as a business owner has now tripled of the amount of impressions of people that are going to be able to see your message. So that's what we're delivering, multiple layers of engagement, an exciting product that people pretty much can't turn their heads away from when they see it because it's so, the curiosity. And we're just capitalizing on that curiosity on behalf of the business owners.
Man, so you've accomplished so much. And how old's the company?
Just over 7 months. So
7 months old.
7 months. We just received some angel funding that's gotten us going. So we're excited about that, and we're partnering with some cool strategic partners in San Diego to help us really take our initiatives, higher, so to speak. No pun intended.
Yeah. So I mean, you've come so far. What's the future look like? Is it sky high?
The future is beyond sky high. It's cool. There's tons of innovation happening, and the beauty of what's in the drone industry is, there's so much potential for the actual drone, but there's so many sub-markets that are being created, job opportunities that are being created. You've got engineers that are specializing in avoidance technology, autonomous technology. So there's all of these new realms of science and engineering that now has an application to put it to. And so for us, we're excited to see where that side of technology goes, how we can long range, have longer battery life, longer flight times, medical deliveries, things that can change the world, save lives, really take it to that level of adaptation into what we're doing. And it can happen, it's really, really changing the way the world's done. They're safer than a lot of other means, you don't have to send people up in the air to do what a disposable object can now do. They're cheaper, safer, and they're green and they're cleaner. They don't have CO2 emissions. So for our environment, that's a huge positive impact.
Wow,
at
that's
the same
incredible.
Time. Yeah.
So I mean, it seems the future has no limits. And if I'm curious about it, or other people are curious about it, where do they go to find out more?
Yeah, just email us at info@promo-drone.co, or you can check us out on our website. Our website's being redeveloped, so we're getting all that going now. Slightly past the beginning startup mode to get the official site, but it's going to be www.promo-drone.co.
Okay.
So easy enough.
Jamar.
Thank you.
For
I
all
appreciate
you do.
it. Thank you. You guys are great.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching. See you next time.
Cheers.